Is Bitcoin correlated to the stock market? So a lot of people are saying, a lot of people believe that the stock market tanks, that crypto and Bitcoin we're going to zero. Guys, it couldn't be further than the truth. Let's talk about it today. Let's get it. I'm not a financial advisor. Welcome to Armstrong Crypto X. Don't just trade crypto, experience it. Today, I would like to put forth the idea that everything you know about crypto and the stock market is wrong. There are a lot of people out there who push these narratives. And it's true that Bitcoin correlated, the tops of Bitcoin correlated with the tops of stock markets. It is true. However, the rest of the market, I don't believe, has moved in unison. There's plenty of times, go to 2019. Yes, the stock market was not in the peak of the bull run, but it was still bullish. It hadn't tanked yet. And Bitcoin was going down dramatically. 2018, same thing, okay? So there are times when it's not correlated. However, you can also look at the presidential election cycles and see that they're on the same years as the Bitcoin halving cycles. And you might be able to find some correlation there between presidential election cycles and the stock market, as well as between Bitcoin. So the presidential election, which by the way, the first year we will have a Bitcoin halving, and it's not during a presidential election year, will probably be, according to all my approximations here, 2039. So at least until 2036, we are still going to be seeing, that would be, I guess, 3 more cycles. 3 more cycles, we're going to see that overlap with the presidential election cycle. But here's the thing, though, guys. The thing is that what you have to understand, and the numbers bear this out, is while we look at the stock market and we see returns not close to the returns in crypto, and we look at crypto and we see these massive returns people get. And you looked at, let's say, the GameStop stuff, where people also got massive returns. And what you have to understand is investor attitudes and expectations have changed. That's right, guys. Investors in general, not just in crypto, even on the stock market, they're becoming more risk averse. Becoming less risk averse. They're becoming more risky with their trades. And it makes sense, right? You see inflation blowing up, going out of control. Now, of course, they're doing stuff to tweak the numbers, and we cut rates, raise rates. We raise rates and things. It's supposed to fix all that. But the fact is, there are people out there that are hurting. People are out there hurting. The economy has not been doing great. I think I'm going to make a joke here about some people still not finding work after COVID, because the unemployment numbers say that. If you haven't been able to find a job since 2020, you ain't been looking. I'm sorry. I digress. But the point is that the economy's not doing great. And what happens is when people see things like crypto, and they see things like GameStop in the stock market, and they say, man, if I just could have got into that, if I just could have learned, man, if I just could get one 10X in my life, I could change everything. And now what that has done is people are looking for 10Xs. And look, I'm not going to discourage you from looking for 10Xs. We can talk about what I should say. We can talk about reality, okay? What I should say is I should tell you, I'm not a financial advisor, because I'm not. I'm not a financial advisor. Told you. But the fact is that if I told you that you had unreasonable expectations if you were looking for a 10X of your financial situation, then I would be killing your dream, right? That's what you want. It's possible. The potential in crypto is there for you to do that. How do I know that? And why can I stand here so unequivocally tell you? Because I did it. I did it. And I swung for the freaking fences. I don't swing for singles and doubles. I swing for the fences. Why? Because my financial situation was one. If I didn't hit one over the fence, I was going to be living paycheck to paycheck for the rest of my life. I know a lot of you guys go through that. And so the fact is that there are tons of people out there in that situation, and you should be trying to change your financial situation. When you look across the internet, you look across markets, and you see there are ways that people are doing it, you just have to outmaneuver the other people that are doing it. That's it. And how do you do that? Well, you do that through research. You do that through dedication. You do that through watching videos. You do that through subscribing to the channel. You don't do that by making everything a gamble. It's not what you want to do. You don't want to make everything a gamble. It's okay if there's some gambles you make in your life, but you want to make some calculated risks. Getting in the market in something early like Solana during even this bull run, I mean, I think it's already 7 or 8x, I think, if I remember correctly. From the bottom, it was like $9 at the bottom, I think. So yeah, somewhere thereabouts. Or $10 at the bottom. I have no idea. I think it was 9 actually. It's even more X's, what I'm trying to tell you. There are opportunities in the world of crypto where you can find these crazy amounts of X's. And so you should be looking for them. Doesn't mean you should throw your money in every coin that comes by with a sexy ticker. Okay? But the fact is, I've done it and know it's possible. And people are in the situation I was in, which is if you don't do something dramatic, if you don't get a big win, you just don't see how you're going to grind out of the spot you're in, because, doing it the traditional way, doing it the way with, just save your money over time. It doesn't work. It just gets eaten up. Inflation's out of control. Prices are out of control. Okay? So I really want you guys to understand, and I'm also going to be doing this big series on the Bitcoin halving cycle. It's going to be my best series ever, I believe. And I have the first video written right now. I'm about to record it. I really encourage you guys to watch that, because understanding those Bitcoin cycles is how you really can make money in the world of crypto. But the fact is that because we're seeing this movement in between the elites and the normal people in the world, it gets wider every single year, and you see it. People are looking for that big come up. And because of that, you're seeing behavior on the stock market mimic the degen behavior that you see in the world of crypto. How do you know that? Guys, the Peloton was down like 90%. Down at least 70, I know that. It's the only thing I invested in. Only stock. 79%. Tons of stocks were down that much. Guys, you don't really see that in the stock market. You see that in crypto. You see it in crypto every cycle. But on this last stock market pullback or crash or whatever you want to call it, there were tons of stocks that were down. Heavy figures. A lot of them were down 79%. Yeah, okay, altcoins, some of them go down 97%. Ethereum went down, 80%? That's pretty close. And what you're seeing is, you're seeing crypto get slightly less volatile, is you're seeing stocks get more volatile. And I think that's really important, because that is really showing investor behavior, in my opinion. It's showing that people have more risk tolerance. And when people have higher risk tolerance, that leads to bigger spreads on prices, which leads to more volatility. But I can tell you one thing that is not volatile is my sponsor, Stake. That's right, Ben Armstrong Crypto X is powered by Stake. It's the world's largest social casino. Play games, have fun, chat, win, get some prizes, do the whole thing. All you gotta do is create an account. QR code on the screen, link in the description. So to sum it up here, is Bitcoin correlated to the stock market? The answer to that question is a number. It's not a yes or a no. There's a number between, I think, 0 and 2. I think 1 is exactly correlated, that tracks the daily or monthly correlation, or any time frame correlation between Bitcoin and the stock market. You will find times that they're exactly in sync. 1, almost 1 to 1. Then you will find other times where the spread is extremely wide. Now, don't quote me on that 0 to 2, okay? I don't know for sure that's it. But I know there is a ratio, there is a number that represents that correlation. And the fact is that whenever the correlation is on, all the stock market people, it's correlated, we told you it's correlated. But it's funny, when it's not correlated, you never hear these arguments. And it's one of the most searched things for Bitcoin that people want to know. So the answer is, there are times when it looks correlated. And if you have two things that sometimes seem correlated and sometimes aren't correlated, what does that tell you? It tells you they're not really that correlated, in my opinion. But what's going to happen over time is I do think we're going to see that ratio come to a more even point, because I think the stock world and investor world is going to be moving more towards our expectations than crypto expectations moving to stock expectations. Certainly, I believe that we're going to see less volatility over time with crypto. Certainly, over time. We have to. Makes sense. But right now, we're not there. And I think I got so many good videos for you guys. I've been doing so much research. I've been looking at so much stuff, more than I ever have in my life. Probably because I understand, every year I do this, I understand all of this more. So I'm excited to share all that knowledge with you guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And don't forget, guys, please go sign up for Phemex if you want to trade. I'm doing some awesome trading over there. It's not stock trading. It's not boring. Get your Palau KYC card and boom, make it happen. Make sure you guys also hit the like button on your way out. It helps me keep the lights on, even in the daylight. All right, guys, be blessed.